What is up, everybody? Phil here again. Here to do another review. This time I'm going to do the brand new, I think these came out maybe January, February, Siren Midnight Oil Fuzz. So I didn't know anything about these guys. I think they popped up on a Facebook ad or something. One of those situations. The art looked really cool, and most of their pedals weren't out yet. I think at the time when I ordered this, the only thing you could get was this, the compressor, and their Ariata distortion, which I think is like a Proco Rat, clone, whatever. But man, so I debated whether or not I wanted this, or if I wanted to get another. I've owned a Black Arts Toneworks Pharaoh Fuzz, and that thing is just, it's one of the best fuzz pedals of all time. Anyone who likes, especially like really intense fuzz, doomy stuff, it's probably the best overall. I mean, the guy makes variation circuits. He makes stuff with more gains, stuff with different frequencies, but for the most part, the Pharaoh is easily, I know, his best seller. And well, I do have another contribute. It's another video. It's another video. One of his pedals that I will be reviewing very shortly, because I absolutely had to have this because of the project I was doing. And anyways, so this thing, it came in some of the most amazing packaging ever. So one thing I'm going to do when I review these pedals, I'm going to put price, what they do, build quality, and the packaging. All of that for me is included when you buy a pedal. So I will be back because I got to show this. So I am back. This thing came in this box, right? Look at that. Tell me that isn't sick. Like, holy crap. It's got, sticker. Apparently this is number 28, so I haven't built too many of these, and I don't think they've sold too many. I'm glad to be in the 30, but you get a black velvet bag. A handwritten note from, I can't make out that name, but oh shit. Friends 15. So there you go. Friends 15. If anybody watches this video, you will get 15% off of a Siren's pedal. So I guess you could say it's like an unofficial sponsor. I don't know. It comes with this cool little manual card with settings on it. They've got a Blue Orchids, which I'm assuming is, like the black, not black, White Stripes song. White Orchid, turn it blue. You got Pumpkin, so I'm assuming that's like, Siamese Dream. Op amp, just ballsy. Black and white, I would assume, is probably Black Keys-ish. Probably Black Keys, White Stripes. Similar tones, that may be what they mean. Perfect lead. That, I could see that. And starting point, everything at 12 o'clock. So, apparently, we'll go back to the pedal. Did I lose it? Did I fucking lose the thing? I sat it somewhere. So, going back to this pedal. So, you have your standard volume, which was, this is fuzz, which would be your sustain or gain knob like you would on a Big Muff, and then tone. The tone knob, I'm not sure exactly how he does it, but I know there's like this isn't like a traditional cut knob. This is a frequency kind of earthquakery kind of thing, because you get some really good non-washed out tones with the tone knob all the way to the left. I was very, very impressed with this thing. The mids. So here you go. Your mids are controlled by the switch, and So this is it. It does what a typical muff does, right? So you got your high end push, but you kind of cut your mids. This thing that you kind of get buried, right? Your low and highs are really pushed, and you're buried. You get a little bit buried. So for the most part, when you use like a muff type pedal, which I've totally forgot to mention, this is a Civil War muff. That's what this is based off of. It's based off of an EHX Civil War era muff. Yes, I burped into the mic. Get used to it. But this mid knob, man. So according to the card here, when it's in central position, it's a flat, it's a very balanced frequency rate. Right out the bat, this thing kind of sounds like the Pharaoh. It sounds not quite as in your face, but it's loud like the Pharaoh, and it's very articulate. You get a lot of string definition out of this thing. With the switch going up, it pushes the lows and the highs harder, and it sounds more like a traditional big muff. So if you're going for that like straight big muff, Billy Corgan, and I don't know about op amp, but I'm assuming there's got to be one in here, because when you push the fuzz all the way, it's like it's really driving it. It sounds like the op amp fuzz. It's almost like they combine the op amp fuzz and the Civil War fuzz or muff, I should say, in this thing. But the real coup de grace here for me is this mid high end push. So it almost turns this into like an orange amp in a box. I hate to say it, but that's what it sounds like. By that low push of the highs and the mids, man. And then when you add the tone knob to it, and you just get those high end frequency dB boosts on it. So I didn't want to, I didn't want to make this video so soon, because like I didn't want to gush too much about this thing, but I'm going to go out and say it. This is the best fuzz I've ever played. I know it's crazy. I own 3 amazing fuzzes right now, and I use them a lot. But overall, this thing retails for $199. It's worth $199. It's absolutely worth $199. With all the cool stuff you get. I mean, it didn't even finish showing this really sick like vinyl sticker, and then you get a trading card for your pedal. So like, I mean, they went all out with the production of it. I paid $159 shipped for this thing. There was a gentleman on YouTube. I really don't remember his name. I should look it up, because I wouldn't have this pedal for him. And his name was Ryan, and his code Ryan20 got me 20% off. But man, it's so good. Like, and I felt compelled to make this video for a couple of reasons. For one, and I'm not looking at the screen right now because I am, for all intents and purposes, trying to find that YouTube video so I can find the gentleman who there's one demonstration on their website. Is a young kid from the UK, and man, I gotta find his name, because his pedal demo sounded so good. And man, his sound setup is fantastic, because this sounded just like it. I mean, a lot of these guys have some good setups, but this kid's was spot on, man. It's just, I'm trying not to fangirl about this thing. I really am, but it's hard for me not to. It really is. It's really hard for me not to, because like, it's so good. I'm about to plug it up. I got my Fender GTX100 next to me. I'm going to plug this thing straight up. I'm going to do pedal straight into the amp. I have a board, but I don't like doing that for these demos. You may have frequency kills and all that. I'm not doing that. Okay, let's see. Siren Midnight Train. What was this kid's name? I know I probably should have look this stuff up. Okay, Harry into Guitar. So Harry into Guitar on YouTube. definitely look him up. Also, Ryan Lent, Lendt. Look that guy up as well. His code for Ryan20, it got me 20% off when I got this thing. But, you know, besides those two guys, I just didn't see anything about this thing, and it kind of made me weary. It did. You know, there's a lot of these new startup pedal companies popping up everywhere. You know, I haven't opened this thing up. I'm really curious to see how awesome it looks in the inside. All right, I guess the next thing to do is to plug this thing up. And I guess I'm going to tap the old Mikey here and put her on omnidirectional mode. And now I am going to grab my guitar. For this particular demo, I'm going to use my new Squier Paranormal Supersonic. Just got this. There's a video also that I uploaded, or I will if I haven't yet, where I explain the pains of getting this thing here, and I unbox the two that they sent me. Oh, so anyways, yeah, let's plug the old pedal up here. Power right here. Snap. Ooga chaka. All right. So I'm going to try to make this as pain-free as possible, and hopefully this sounds okay. This is all a learning experience. So I'm using my GTX100, and it's a twin reverb model, and I'm going through the I want to say the Bandmaster 212 cap simulation. So it's a real open, thick kind of thing, and it's a really good model, honestly. Probably my favorite, at least for pedals. So alright. So I'm gonna start everything at noon, and the mid switch is going to be right at the fucking middle. So this is like what they say their default setting is. So now we're going to go, I'm going to use some of these settings. So we'll look at the, let's do the Blue Orchids. Let's do that. So I'm going to turn the mid and low end boost up, and we're going to go fuzz all the way. So yeah, I get that. No, what's black and white? Same exact setting. I don't know if they did that on purpose. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the mid boost part up. Do fuzz about halfway. We're going to start at 12 o'clock, and then I'm going to gradually push the tone up so you can hear how just great and like dynamic this thing can get. All right, so I think you get the idea. I think I can sit down now. I think you do. I think you get the idea. And man, it's just a great pedal. At any price point that they're offering, if you can't get it less than $200, pay the $200. If you want a fuzz, you are in the market for a high gain. I should mention that. Oh my God, I almost messed up. I do think that the design of this thing is somewhat, I should say flawed, but let me switch cardioid. I don't know if I should say flawed, but it's interesting. I think it's cascading with the gain stage. I think the gain stage is cascading with the volume. That's what I meant. I think they're linked because I say that you turn the volume up, it kind of affects the tonal characteristic of it. And if you turn the fuzz all the way down, you get no volume. Well, you get a very low, very strained signal. It's pretty much no volume. So it has something in common with another pedal that I'm going to review very soon. Yeah, man, I want to buy another Siren pedal. I'm not going to lie to you. It's that good. Hey, man, if you guys like this review, send me another one. I will gladly review it. I gladly will. I promise. All right, well, this has been Phil, and I'm out.